let's see if they qualified for the World Cup.
Yes.
No, I'm really rooting for it. I think if that happens, we will see how passionate fans really are in Indonesia. I think they would go crazy, and maybe we can have national holiday for sure.
Hai FIFA Mania, kembali lagi bersama saya Catherine di konten Sudut Sepak Bola Uncut. Hari ini kita sudah kedatangan tamu yang istimewa, spesial, langsung datang dari Spanyol. Siapa lagi kalau bukan representatif La Liga Indonesia, Almudena Gomez. Hello Almu, how are you today?
Hello, good morning. Selamat pagi.
Selamat pagi. Yeah. Are you good today?
Yeah, baik. How are you? Apa kabar?
Saya baik. So first of all, I want to ask you your story. First story, how can you join La Liga? Because I don't know how in Europe, but in Indonesia, when women work in football field or sports field, it's still uncommon. So, are you love sports? Are you love football or what? So you can join La Liga.
Yeah, I mean, I love football. I love sports. My career didn't start in the football industry at the beginning, but like 8, 9, 10 years ago, La Liga had this idea of expanding their international strategy, and they were looking for professionals to send all over the world, to implement the La Liga strategy internationally. And I applied. I was looking forward to coming to Southeast Asia. I had already lived in Indonesia back then. And so I was first assigned in the Philippines.
Philippines, yes.
Yes, and then I transferred to Indonesia. So that's how I joined La Liga.
So you're really interested in Southeast Asia?
I mean, personally, yes. I had experience working and living in Indonesia before, and I was eager to coming back and keep exploring this wonderful part of the world and this wonderful country, which is different from Spain, but with a lot of opportunities, a lot of talent, and of course with football, very, very passionate.
So you love Indonesia?
Yes, of course, of course. How not to?
Okay, now I'm just looking for you, and I found that you're taking your master degree, right, in La Liga Business School.
I'm taking, I had another master's degree, and now we have an educational arm within La Liga, which is La Liga Business School, and with different programs. And La Liga also has scholarships for their employees. So I'm taking one on artificial intelligence and digital transformation for the sports industry, which is quite interesting nowadays. Yes.
Yes, I want to ask. It's quite interesting because how can you implement AI in sports, especially in football?
Well, there are many areas where you can implement technology, and in La Liga as well. It can be on the field, tools, for example, VAR, but tools for the coaching and the players and the clubs. When you talk about digital strategy, so we work with AI and a company to create highlights within artificial intelligence in almost real time. So it's really easy for us now to target the highlights for different markets. If there's a player, if there's some interested, for example, from Indonesia, and a specific player for any club, so almost real time with AI, we can do it. So there are so many ways you can implement technology and AI in sports and football.
Oh, it's interesting. Okay, so now we jump into the topic.
Okay,
I want to ask you first, what is the main objective of La Liga Indonesia?
The main objective of La Liga, not only in Indonesia but worldwide, is to keep growing our brand, our competition, and of course our clubs, the 42 clubs that are part of La Liga, 20 from the first division, La Liga EA Sports, and 22 from the second division, La Liga Hypermotion.
Segunda division.
Yes.
So, what is the vision and mission of La Liga Indonesia, or is that the same from La Liga headquarters?
Yes, our mission and our main vision is to bring La Liga closer to our fans globally, and now here in Indonesia, of course, our fans in Indonesia, we have millions of fans supporting La Liga, and of course, not all of them can travel every weekend to watch their favorite club playing in Spain, so we want to bring a little bit of the motion closer to them through different strategies. So we organized events for them, like the big ones for El Clásico, some watch parties or El Derby. We work with the media as well, no? So to get to know what you're interested in La Liga, so we can provide it with more content, with our partners and sponsors as well. And of course with our broadcasters, no? So that right now one of the main key topics that we're targeting now with our broadcasters as well is the audiovisual fraud and fighting against piracy.
Yeah, one of your campaign last year, I think, is say no to racism, right?
Yeah, La Liga versus.
Yeah, La Liga versus racism. I'm the
one of
the talents from FIFA Goal. So it's interesting because La Liga always has a new campaign, I think, every year.
So we have La Liga versus, which is one of the initiatives that we put together to fight the different issues, social issues. We believe sports and football has a lot of potential to work together with the society against these issues. La Liga versus racism is one of them, to fighting against racism in the stadiums and society. And of course, we work together with different talents to amplify this message, which I think it's really important. But we also have other La Liga versus bullying, for example, and we organized also an event last year here in Jakarta to just spread our values against these issues.
Except Indonesia and Philippines, how many La Liga? You said that La Liga is spreading internationally. Is there in every country or?
Yeah, almost in every country. So we have our headquarters in Madrid, Spain, and then we have different offices. So we have our office in China, here in Singapore. Then we have delegates in Japan, South Korea, Australia. I'm here in Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, and then this replicates all over the world. So we have colleagues in Middle East, in Dubai, in India, in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah, I mean in Morocco, in Egypt, and same in Latin America, in New York. So and Europe, of course. So we have a big international strategy with hands-on in markets.
Okay, so the next question is. How you manage your campaign here? Is La Liga headquarters tell you what you need to do here, and or you can maybe manage your own campaign for Indonesia, or it's the same for every?
We have a common strategy that is set by headquarters. We are all aligned, and then we have what we've been calling this global strategy. It's a global strategy, but we need to make it local. No, so that's why it's important to have delegates and people in each of the markets to understand the content, so we can adapt this strategy to make sure it works for the specific country and the specific market. So we have some common goals and strategy that is guided from headquarters. We align it and we make sure that we can implement it and adapt it to, in this case, to Indonesia.
Can you tell me the example, maybe like in Indonesia, like the campaign, like La Liga versus bullying or La Liga versus racism? So how can you implement it in Indonesia?
Yeah, so for example, one of the things we do is we work with local talent and media to spread the word, and the campaign, and then if we're working within our La Liga youth tournament, for example, so we also use that platform to give and spread the message to the young players. So there are different ways that we can do it.
So is that hard to implement the campaign of La Liga headquarters in here, because we have different culture, right? Indonesia and Europe and Spain. Is that hard? There's a
different culture and a different way of doing things in Indonesia. We just understand that it's important to be here. That's why.
You need to be here.
You need to be here to understand the context, to understand what's going on, to work with the local stakeholders. It's either media, the broadcasters, or the institutions, the local institutions. So that's the key to implement the strategy properly.
You live in Spain?
I live in Jakarta.
Oh, you live in Jakarta?
I tinggal di Jakarta.
You not live in Spain?
No, not for a long time already. Yeah.
Oh, so how you communicate with the headquarters?
Well, of course, any digital method works, via email, via Zoom, and anytime I go back to Spain as well for work, I get the chance to meet with the different departments and, catch up and follow up on the projects that we have and make sure we are aligned, yes.
Oh, so live in Indonesia, not live in Spain?
No. Di Jakarta, saya tinggal di Jakarta.
Kamu tinggal di Jakarta.
Yeah.
How is Jakarta?
It's chaotic and beautiful,
Yes.
and beautiful as well.
Really
no?
beautiful?
Yeah, I mean, I really, I like Jakarta. It's totally different city from
Yes.
whatever you can find in Spain. That's true. It's challenging. You have to get used to macet.
Yes, macet.
But there are so many things that you can do in such a big city. That there's always. If it's not sports, if it's not football, paddle, that it's now really popular,
yes, paddle.
really popular as well. No, there's cultural things, and there's music, and there's art. So there are a lot of things to do in Jakarta and in Indonesia. You have the opportunity to go outside of Indonesia and explore a little bit. It's beautiful.
So you live in Indonesia for 2 years?
Yeah, a little bit, 2 years.
2 years.
Already.
What do you think about Indonesia? Its culture, its football, everything about Indonesia.
Well, it's indah, no?
Indah.
It's beautiful. It's so different from what we see in Spain, for example.
Really?
And culturally, yes.
Culturally,
yes, it's very different. The food is totally different, for example.
Yes,
I love Indonesian food. And depending on which part of Indonesia, they have their own, a cultural heritage.
Yes, really nice.
Also, the clothes, the batiks. It's really rich and really interesting to visit. And when we talk about the fans,
yes,
they are very passionate. No matter where in Indonesia, you will find very passionate football fans.
I always listen to this one that Indonesian fans is really passionate.
Yes. That's the word, passionate. No, somehow it reminds me of Spanish fans as well. I mean, in the way that we love football, we're very passionate for our teams, and we love and enjoy living the game and the passion for our clubs and with our families, with our friends, around food. So that's the biggest similarity that I would say Indonesian and Spanish football fans have. That we love to do it with friends and football and around food as well. No, so.
I will give you a little TMI. I love Spanish national team, and my first club I love is Barcelona.
Oh, okay. So are you excited for the new season?
Yes, because I really love Spain football because they made me love football. And the first team is Barcelona, and when I heard that we will interview with La Liga representative, so it's amazing. But you love Indonesia and you live in Indonesia, so we can maybe chit-chat later.
Yes, of course. About Barcelona and football, and who's your favorite player, I would say, in Barcelona?
Cesc Fabregas.
Okay,
but now Lamine Yamal.
Of course, everyone loves Lamine. He's the
what about you?
golden kid. Well, we have that many talent in La Liga that of course Lamine Yamal. It's everyone is excited about him and playing for Barcelona and also for the national team. His friend, Nico Williams.
Yes, Nico Williams.
Yeah, same. We have new additions to the league, and we've seen it last season with Mbappe. Now we're in number 10 as Modric used to wear. So it's I think it's gonna be a very contended season, and we're excited.
Me too. So the next question is, what do you think about Indonesian football, like from the national team and the grassroots? From the grassroots, maybe to the national team.
Yeah, so from the grassroots perspective, we see that there's a lot of potential and there's a lot of talent. There's many football players, younger football players in Indonesia, and that's why for us it's really important to keep building on that. We have our own tournament, La Liga Youth Tournament. This is the second edition that we do in Indonesia after the success of last year that we held it in Yogyakarta. This year we wanted to expand it over Java. We've had different 4 qualifiers from Jakarta, Bandung, Kediri, Central Java. We'll have the final in a couple of weeks next month in September here in Jakarta. So we're very excited to see who's crowning the title champion for the tournament. And we see the potential, and we understand that players need to, at the grassroots level, they need to compete. Apart from training, it's important that they have a ground for competition. And if we talk about the national team, Of course, we're very excited to have, former, I know where you were going, former Barca legend Patrick Kluivert, as the national coach. It's impressive what he has done in this past months and with team in the past years, and let's see if they qualified for the World Cup. I'm really rooting for it. I think if that happens, we will see how passionate fans really are in Indonesia. I think they would go crazy, and maybe we can have national holiday for sure.
I hope so. We hope so. So you have talked about the fans, the passionate fans. I've heard before from another person that Indonesian fans is everywhere.
Yes.
Is that real true?
Yes, they're everywhere, and not only supporting Real Madrid or Barcelona, which are two of the biggest clubs in the world, but also some of the historic clubs like Valencia. We have Peña, what is the official fan club, of Valencia here, Atletico de Madrid, Sevilla. We've seen the growth of Real Sociedad in the last years as well. Espanyol, which is a club that has also been focusing on Indonesia, coming in different times. Girona, 2 seasons ago when they were just playing so well and almost claiming the title.
Yes.
So Indonesian fans are everywhere. They love to support their teams, but also they're eager to get to know more about the league, more about other teams, other players. So it's they're very supportive for La Liga for sure.
You said before that La Liga is making competition for the young players. What is the reason for this competition?
I mean, for us, it's a way to keep building our brand, of course, and keep showing the younger players and younger generations what La Liga is all about. But also, it's our way of also contributing to the grassroots competition. Now, we think it's under La Liga methodology, we believe that players has to have the room and space for competition to keep developing, and we believe La Liga Youth Tournament is a good way for them to do it and have an extra motivation.
Yes. Does La Liga Indonesia work together with PSSI?
We are here to work with all the local stakeholders, not only PSSI, but also La Liga Indonesia Baru, the new renamed league here in Indonesia. And a few months ago, we had some representatives from Liga Indonesia Baru going to Spain and having some meetings in our headquarters to exchange some knowledge about how we do things. They had a chance to meet with our president Javier Tebas as well. So for us, it's important to keep working with the local stakeholders. We understand the local stakeholders are the ones that knows everything about local football, and we are here to just share how we do things and to keep knowing more about the Indonesian landscape.
From your perspective, I've heard this before, that Indonesia and football academy, football grassroots is a little bit similar. Is that true from your perspective?
In what sense do you mean? That the way that players are developed, or
the style of play?
I would say that La Liga methodology, that we believe in competition and we believe then in developing the players at different skills, and that might be very useful for players like Indonesian here, so that our methodology might adapt better for the style of playing in Indonesia. But of course, we acknowledge that there's a lot of talent here, so we're happy to keep working on that.
La Liga have always sent young players from Indonesia to study football in Spain. I know that you've sent players to Real Sociedad before. What is the reason?
We think that these are training experiences, short-term training experiences that gives the opportunity to players. I mean, not only to travel into Spain and get to know another clubs and enjoy a live game, but also the opportunity to learn how things are done differently and to have a formative experience where they will, be exposed to different ways of training, be exposed to different type of players as well, not only from Spain but from other nationalities as well. I think it's a great opportunity for the players to be exposed to that at a young age to keep developing.
Why you choose Real Sociedad?
So every time we send players to our clubs in Spain, we try to find a balance, no, among all of our clubs. We chose Real Sociedad back then. It was they were very interested in having also players from Indonesia, but we've sent players as well this year to Girona, for example. We've seen now the local league, Liga Indonesia Baru, working with our clubs also with Osasuna and different other clubs. For example, Sevilla having an Indonesian in their international team. So for us, it's important to give opportunity to all of our clubs to enjoy the Indonesian talents and have them on board, and also manage expectations. We want to make sure that when we choose a player, we find the perfect place for them when they go to Spain.
Do you use your young competition, La Liga young competition, to choose the player to send them to Spain?
We've done that in the past, choosing the MVP to have this
MVP
of the tournament to have this experience. So it's also an extra motivation for the teams participating in the tournament, right?
I see. So you send the MVP to the club, and then they just short period of time.
Yeah, what we do with this training experience is usually short term. It could be 1 week, 2 weeks, depending on the club and the project, where they have they join the grassroots level of the club, and then they can train. They live there, they train. They have the same food that the rest of the younger players that are participating, and they train. They have the video analysis, everything from the coaches of that club. So it's a great opportunity for the players.
Do you personally want them to really take the academy in Spain, like Real Sociedad, La Masia, or something else?
Of course, if we have one player in La Liga, that would make my job really easy, right? But we're offering these short-term experiences, and then if at some point there's an opportunity to join long-term, but when we're talking about grassroots level, there's also different regulations with FIFA and having younger players as well. So it's more challenging. But of course, if there's the chance, we would love to have a long-term player with us.
How you communicate this project with the club in La Liga?
So we are organized within La Liga headquarters. We have a specific departments that works together with the clubs. So we centralize that through this department. We talk to them and reach out to them and say, hey, we have this type of player, and together with also our sporting projects department that analyze the videos if they didn't have the chance to come here and see the players themselves. They analyze also the level of the player and the quality, and together we try to find the best club for that player.
Also, you choose the best player you choose the best club for the player, not they choose one.
Yes,
I see.
Yes, and also based on what the club is interested in doing. Some of our clubs also has a strategy to work with Indonesia, so this also helps as well. So, yeah.
Because every club have a different objective, right?
Yes, absolutely, and the different style of playing, and different projects as well within the grassroots training experiences.
So, do you want to maybe work together with the best 3 clubs in La Liga, like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Atletico, and send the Indonesian young player to their academy?
I mean, we as I said, we try to make it even and equal within our clubs, and especially when we talk about the grassroots level, we see different, in the standings, if you want to call it this way. We have our also tournament in Spain, La Liga FC Futures, and there we don't see always the same 3 clubs winning.
Really?
Then, so in terms of grassroots, all of our clubs have. I would say one of the best grassroots projects in Europe, and we see the name and the number of talents that go abroad also to play, in other European leagues. But the grassroots levels of Villarreal, Espanyol, Osasuna, Sevilla, Real Sociedad. Of course, Real Madrid and Barcelona, they are producing very good talent. But when we talk about grassroots, it's not only about those 3 clubs. Yeah.
They are all level.
Yeah, all level, and we see how the grassroots academies of other clubs are outperforming, no, at some competitions,
Yes.
no?
Okay, is there any expectation from La Liga Indonesia, from the headquarters?
We want to keep growing here in Indonesia, growing our fan base, working together with our partners, with our broadcasters, with our sponsors, and that's our goal, yes.
How you manage the communication with the media in Indonesia?
So for us, it's really important to work together with media, as I said before, not only to place our content, if you want to say it this way, but to understand what the media are interested, because that also gives us a hint what the fans are interested in, no? And it's not only about what is happening on the football field, but maybe there are some media that are more interested in on the industry level, what we're doing in terms of financial or economic control, or what is happening in the anti-fraud projects that we're doing, or La Liga Versus that you mentioned before, no? So for us, it's really important to work together with the media landscape here in Indonesia.
Is there any regular, like yearly agenda that you do here with the media?
Yes, absolutely, no, and we also work together with our agency to set up this plan for the season, no. And I think one of the best things that we do is the fan football that we organize every month. And I know the media love to gather and play, and it's a way for us, no, to keep the relationships. And then some other projects that we do where we have the chance to send some journalists to Spain to live different live games. We've done it in the past for the Basque Derby, for example, the game between Real Sociedad and Athletic Bilbao, and so that's also a great opportunity for journalists to live how La Liga works and what we do and the live games.
So for the last question, what is your hope for La Liga Indonesia in the future?
We want to see our fan base growing, of course, not only for La Liga but also for the rest of our clubs. Keep working at the grassroots level with local institutions. We're here to support the development of the sports and entertainment industry as well from our side, working together with local stakeholders. And of course, potentially having even more of our clubs coming to Indonesia. Yes.
I hope so.
Me too. I think I know which club you want to go.
Please. Okay, thank you so much for the time, Almu. This is really interesting talk. I know much about La Liga now and La Liga Indonesia. So thank you for spending your time.
Ya, terima kasih banyak.
Terima kasih banyak. Itu dia pembicaraan kita dengan Almu Deda Gomez selaku representatif La Liga Indonesia. Sampai ketemu lagi di episode selanjutnya.